So that is the Spark version of the Blackout. So it's sort of like a very pale silvery blue. For those that preferred maybe the look of, well, there you go, original Scrambler. Decide for yourself. Pretty similar, but both great bikes. But we're going to go out on the Blackout, the original, and I'll let you know how it feels. You may have seen this bike on Henry Cole's motorbike show the other week, and you know, Henry he's not a fan of this, the RFID sensor. However, you know, I'm totally with him on the original Spitfire because it was somewhere hidden in the hump of the bike and you had to fish around as if you were, you know, kind of making love to a beautiful woman, you know. We'll leave that one there. However, here, there's the sensor, bike switches on, you fire it up, you know, how easy can that be? So it's literally just present the fob, and yeah, it's a piece of cake. The bike has got the same dashboard, it's got the same engine, it's got the same setup as all the others, but you know, you can sort of see here that voltage, so we've got healthy charge in the battery. You can see how many revs that anyone has been enjoying. You've got your bar graph, rev counter, speedo's nice and clear there, maximum revs. It's been run up to 100 degrees, that's pretty much just below when the fan comes on at 105. Current engine temperature is 10 degrees, so that tells you that it's quite fresh because that's the inside temperature. 80 miles trip, so yeah, let's just reset that, and bike's done a couple 100 miles, clock's there. We've also got a digital rev counter, which I like to see. Average speed is there, so again we can reset those with the left hand button. You've got various timers, lap timers and so on. So I'm just going to stick it back onto the rev counter there. Let's fire up, and I'll let you know what the rides are like. Holds the speed really well, great road manners, nice response. The bike has got a really excellent throttle response, sounds great too, pretty comfortable riding position. So doing like, you know, just under 40 miles an hour, 2600 revs. Suspension's on the firm side of comfortable. With the bobber, let's try a different route, bit of urban, some nice twisty country roads. It's all right, you know. It's a bit colder than when we went out in the bobber, but the exhaust note is just the right side of loud. People look at you, so you get kind of admiring glances. It's nice just bimbling along. Tries that. I think it's probably saved me a few times what they call the Smidsy manoeuvre. Sorry mate, I didn't see you. I think we're all familiar with that particular statement. And I think it came from an RAF pilot. You know, he's obviously dealing with sort of narrow profile fighter jets, enemy fighter jets coming into view, and it's only really when that sort of, if you think about a pencil coming towards you, it's a very small profile, it's only really when you get to the point where it's very, very close and then you realise what it is. And same with the motorbike. So there's a couple of things. If you move around like so, you've instantly increased the profile, the visible profile to an oncoming motorist. And the other thing is that obviously your headlight's on by law, and that headlight creates a bit more movement so it catches the eye, and it really can be a lifesaver. If you've not tried it, whenever you come up to a junction you see somebody waiting, you can never be sure, even though you think that they've seen you, you can never be absolutely sure that they've just, you know, they've just sort of seen right through you. I think it's, you know, motorists, they're only looking for what they want to see. Are they looking for something that's going to be hazardous to them? You know, a bus or a truck or whatever. And of course we're, in terms of scale, down the pecking order. So yeah, the Smidsy. Try it and see if it works for you. It could save your life. So, you know, usual pitted roads. This bike seems to handle them pretty well. You know, like I say, it's firm, but it's not jarring. And, you know, it's firm because obviously this bike can be ridden off-road. And if you've not seen it yet, have a look at how Mechanic Ben Lightbound takes on British Enduro champion on a Dakar bike and wins at the Mali Mile. It's pretty damn impressive. The throttle response is fantastic. You know, I think I said in the bobber, or about the bobber in the video, that bobber's great. It's a bike you can get on, it's so comfortable, it's so relaxed, you know, it's kind of leather jacket and jeans. It's such an easy bike to ride and a nice place to be. But this kind of gets the heart beating a bit faster. That engine notes, the throttle response, riding position, it's just nice and flickable. We've got knobblies on, but you know, yeah, they're not the stickiest rubber in the world, but they are, you know, they're pretty damn good as an all-round tyre. Just using the back brake there, plenty of power just for slowing down, you know, controlling the bike. diesel or oil, which I can see. So no matter how good your tyres are, it's not really going to work there. You okay? Yeah. Biker of the future, hopefully. Yeah, so the tyres, back to tyres, they are a sort of a dual sport tyre, quite aggressive, but they work really well on the road. You know, I don't feel any undue kind of vibration coming through the bars. There's no rumbling, there's no droning and so on. The only droning's from me. I thought I'd get that one in before I get to the comments on the bottom of the video. There are more street bias tyres. I mean, if you see the clip from the Black Widow movie, you can see they've got a very different sort of sticky 100% street tyre on that bike, and you can have those as well. So, you know, if you're never going to go on the black stuff, I do think they suit the look of the bike. They do look, you know, gives the bike a sense of purpose. And it means that, you know, if you go to a show or a festival, you'd have to worry about going to the muddy car park, you know, with these tyres on. But that, you know, you can do a bit of green laning or whatever. And I'm going to put my visor down and enjoy this nice bit of road. See you in a bit. Was nice. I was a little bit wary, having seen lots of oil or diesel, so I didn't, you know, like I say, in regards of tyres, I didn't really want to take any chances with that. It's really quite nice. It's you know, if you are a plodder, it's a really good bike to plod on. You know, it's got a nice rumbling thumper. To open it up a bit. Get up to the speed limit. You can do that too. Anyway, the visor's coming down. So a 14 top gear, and it still pulls rolling on. It's a really tractable motor. That's the problem with average speed cameras. Everybody's too scared. So unfortunately, it actually slows everything down too much. Anyway, we're going to go on a nice bit of road where there are no average speed cameras, just a nice bit of twisty stuff. So enjoy. was a lot of fun. The bike, it's accessible, it's light. I think anybody that has got a motorcycle that is getting a bit heavy for them, you know, it's difficult to move around, you know, pushing around on the drive, in the garage and so on. You know, if you want a bike that is simple and pure and uncomplicated, the Blackout is everything you could ask for. You know, it feels like the sort of fun bike that you probably remember when you first pass your test. You know, it gives you that freedom. You don't have to kind of think too hard about getting on and riding. Just fire it up, ride, have fun. You don't have to think, where am I going to park this because it's too heavy, I'm going to have to reverse it into a space. Yeah, the Blackout, you can just literally just, you know, well, if you take it out of gear, maybe, that's why it's got the gear position indicator, and then you can just push it, you know. I'm no Hercules, but yeah, it's a very easy light back to manoeuvre, and that's the way it feels on the road. Light, fun, and alive. Anyway, that's enough from me for now. I'm going to try and find myself a foggy S. Let's go and do that.